Over 5 weken moet het hier dan gaan gebeuren. De allereerste Grand Prix in Jeddah, Saoedi-Arabië. Nou, ik ben op uitnodiging hier naartoe gevlogen, want ik heb namelijk een afspraak met Toby van de Formule 1 en Olivier van Tielke. En in deze tweedelige videoserie gaan zij vertellen wat we nou precies kunnen gaan verwachten van deze baan.
Okay, so welcome to the Jeddah F1 circuit. It's an honour to be here with Oliver from Tilke. We're going to talk you through the circuit itself and then give you a few sporting insights, and hopefully Oliver can help me on the technical side.
I should be able, yeah.
So ultimately, this circuit has an amazing 27 corners, which is the most corners on the F1 calendar. It's also the second fastest circuit, unbelievably only second to Monza. So as you can imagine, it's going to be a huge challenge for the drivers when they have 27 corners, and equally it's such a fast and flowing circuit. We have 6.1 kilometers in length, so again, equally it's going to be a very long circuit for them to tackle. And you know, on a sporting percentage, we're talking about a few things here. Downforce is obviously going to be at a premium here because, as you know, on a high-speed circuit, it is really important to trim the car out as much as possible to keep those speeds on the straights. So the teams are going to have a real challenge, aren't they, Oliver,
Absolutely.
when deciding between having a trimmed-out car, but equally something that gives them confidence with their downforce when we look at these concrete barriers that are going to be very unforgiving. Oliver, just talking about the circuit itself, can you explain a bit more about the asphalt and how that affects the
Yes, of course.
teams?
Since we have very high shear forces due to the speed we're going to expect here, we have come up with a design to generate a lot of grip. Asphalt in general is a natural product which can be not copied from one track to the other because the ingredients like bitumen, aggregates are in every area different. And since we are working under the sustainability aspect and approach, we were looking to source materials most likely close by. We have aggregates from Mecca, we have bitumen here from Saudi Arabia, and then we came up with a design mix. We made a lot of trial areas to figure out what is the right mix design to capture all these requirements. And I think the product will be really, really good. We're going to expect a lot of grip and a lot of action on track, actually, because like Toby said, the track itself has never straight. You can never relax. You're always asked to work on the steer wheel. So all this has been considered by designing this asphalt.
Yeah, and obviously talking about action on track here, we're coming up to turn 27, which is the final corner. We equally have a DRS zone just before that. You can see the track's actually quite open, so you can get cars as much as 3 wide leading into this corner. But obviously, as we get into turn 27, there's going to be a real pinch point. So the drivers are going to really have to sort it out amongst themselves coming into this corner. But Oliver, as I'm going to allude to, there are 3 DRS zones here. So just because you think you've got the job done into turn 27, you might have someone coming straight back at you into the main straight.
Absolutely. On the end of the for the main straight, we have this amazing premium hospitality, which is going to show a lot of action to the spectators located there. We have the exit of the pit lane, so cars coming back. So we expect a lot of action in this area, and followed by this, then from turn 4 on to T11, we have the fast S's, where we expect issues with track limits and very fast changes then we're coming to the highlight, which is T13, which is slope and bank curve of 12%, which is allowing us to have more lines next to each other during the race, and to place your car in a good position for the next DRS zone, followed up by T17.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing we haven't spoken about, obviously, is tyres. Now, like you said, this is a new circuit. Obviously, we're working closely with Pirelli and F1 regarding this. Now, can you give us a bit more insight into the compounds they've chosen and why they've gone that route?
Normally what is going to happen, that Pirelli is sending some engineers here to the track, and they have a kind of scanner, and they're making scans on the track in different areas. And this information will be immediately sent from the device to Milano to design the tires for this track. And I think since this year is very, very demanding for all the teams, and especially for Pirelli, they have chosen a little bit more conservative approach here to make sure we are safe, because it's fast, it's dangerous. So we're going to expect more a safe solution. But the next race is already by the end of March, and probably we're going to have their development already.
Yeah, certainly they're going to obviously want to be safe on that. Again, because of the high speed and because it is so flying, the last thing you want to have is any sort of tyre failure here. So, you know, ultimately it's going to be a great starting point. And the nice thing is that come March, we're going to have another race here that's going to be just as exciting and hopefully deliver more for the fans.
Exactly. This is when we started to design this track, we had 3 big ideas in our In our mind, this was to increase the fan experience, to have action on the track, and more important, to showcase beautiful Jeddah here straight on the Red Sea. This I think we tried, and finally we found the right spot here with the lagoon inside, with water to both sides, with nice arena sections and then a bank curve. And this we have placed literally into a city, which is very challenging because you know all the facilities you need for a F1 track. It's the pit building, the team buildings, the paddocks, the medical center, media center, kitchen compound, broadcast TV. So all this has to be close by, and to make this happen, it's really, really challenging. And I hope everybody is going to enjoy it in December.
Volgende week in deel 2 gaan we van dag naar nacht en gaan we het onder andere hebben over de overeenkomst met Zandvoort. Tot dan!